Hello strikers! Lace up your cleats and dive into the anime-fueled chaos of Goalbound on Roblox, a Blue Lock-inspired 5v5 soccer showdown where you unleash style-powered shots to dominate the pitch. Picture Shidou's Dragon Drive blasting the net, only for Isagi to trip over his own pass. I'm your goal-scoring guide, a spin-grinding vet who's flubbed lucky spins, snagged mythics with goal codes, and laughed through every own goal. Today, we're ranking the game's top style units from S-tier superstars to C-tier clunkers, packed with wild match stories and tips to rule the field. Grab your spins, pick your ego, and let's kick off. In Goalbound, style units are your anime aces, pulled from the gacha with spins or lucky spins earned through matches or codes like Striker for 500 spins. S-tier strikers are your match winners, shredding defenses in 5v5 or training mode, while C-tiers more like passing to the ref. Good luck. Position dribblers for flanks, shooters near the goal, and balance your ego, like Speedster or Genius, for stat boosts. The meta loves S-tier's raw power, but B-tier can shine with slick moves and a smirk. Each style's got a blue lock soul. Shidou's a goal-smashing beast, Isagi's a hopeful rookie, turning every match into an anime highlight reel. Let's start with the C-tier rookie and sprint to S-tier glory. Here comes C-tier, the rookie bench of Goalbound, where style units stumble harder than a missed penalty kick, perfect for early matches when you're still learning if dribbling past 3 defenders is genius or suicide. These underdogs are what you pull when spins are tight or you're bold enough to laugh at your own whiff. Imagine Isagi passing to nowhere. This tier's all about those epic fails that keep you grinning, so let's meet the clumsiest kicker on the pitch. Say hello to Isagi, the hopeful rookie shooting with a 200 spin shot. This dreamer once passed straight to the opponent's keeper. Imagine a 2-limit pass zone where he's more heart than hero, turning a play into a rookie ruckus. Use him in early 5v5 for a chuckle, toss him into training mode to test his aim, or pair with a speedster ego for a laughable dash. Upgrade with 250 spins, but he's a defender's best buddy. Now let's dash to B-tier, the steady scorers of Goalbound, mid-match champs who turn the pitch into an anime action scene, perfect for when you've got spins to burn and want to mix skill with silliness. These reliable rogues are the roster's backbone, not the flashiest, but packing enough flair to hold the line. Think Chigiri tripping mid-sprint or Gagamaru diving into his own net. This tier's where you start owning matches with a smirk, so let's meet these mid-tier marvels. Here comes Chigiri, the speedy sprinter dashing with a 300 spin rush. This red-maned runner once outran his own pass. Imagine a 2-limit speed zone where he's more blur than brilliance, turning a play into a Chigiri chase. Use him in mid 5v5 for flank dribbles, toss him into training for a speedy shot, or pair with a dribbler ego for a plus 15% speed kick, upgrade to 350 spins, link with Gagamaru for a plus 10% range laugh, and sprint to A-tier. Next up, Gagamaru, the wild keeper diving with a 320 spin save. This goalie once caught his own teammate's shot. Imagine a 2-limit block zone where he's more flop than fortress, turning a match into a Gagamaru goof. Stick him in mid 5v5 for defensive plays, use him in training for a chuckle, or pair with a genius ego for a plus 10% power boost. Level to 360 spins, pair with Chigiri for a plus 15% speed giggle, and dive to A-tier. Time to kick it up to A-tier, the pitch pros of Goalbound, mid-match maestros who turn the field into a blue lock highlight reel. Perfect for when you've nailed the basics and want to shine with slick moves. These crafty champs blend power with panache. Picture Nagi trapping the ball on his own foot, or Kunigami blasting an own goal. This tier's where you start ruling with a grin, so let's spotlight these mid-tier marvels. Say hello to Nagi, the lazy genius trapping with a 350 spin touch. This slacker once napped mid-match, letting a pass slip. Imagine a 2-limit trap zone where he's more chill than champ, turning a play into a Nagi nap. Use him in mid 5v5 for pinpoint shots, toss him into training for a lazy lob, or pair with a genius ego for a plus 20% power kick. Upgrade to 400 spins, pair with Kunigami for a plus 15% range giggle, and trap your way to S-tier. Next, Kunigami, the muscle marksman shooting with a 370 spin blast. This powerhouse once overshot the goal into the stands. Imagine a 2-limit shot zone where he's more brawn than brain, turning a match into a Kunigami kerfuffle. Stick him in mid 5v5 for goal line smashes, use him in training for a laughable strike, or pair with a powerhouse ego for a plus 15% damage boost, level to 420 spins, link with Nagi for a plus 20% speed laugh, and muscle to S tier. Now, let's score with S tier, the Blue Lock beasts of Goalbound, match-winning legends who turn every play into an anime masterpiece. Perfect for when you've mastered the gacha and are ready to dominate. These units are the roster's superstars, crushing defenses with flair. Recall Shidou's Dragon Drive obliterating the net, or Bachira dancing into his own goalie. This tier's where you become the ultimate striker, so let's unveil these pitch icons. Here comes Shidou, the feral finisher blasting with a 400-spin Dragon Drive. This wild man once scored on his own net in a frenzy. Imagine a 3-limit shot zone where he's a goal-smashing demon, turning a match into a Shidou showdown. Use him in late 5v5 for iframe shots, toss him into training for a monstrous strike, or pair with a powerhouse ego for a plus 30% damage kick. Upgrade with 500 spins, pair with Bachira for a plus 25% power laugh, and dominate. Next up, Bachira, the dribbling dynamo dancing with a 410 spin juke. This trickster once juked his own teammate. Imagine a 2-limit dribble zone where he's a flashy fiend turning a play into a Bachira ballet. Stick him in late 5v5 for flank chaos. Use him in training for a dazzling dash, or pair with a dribbler ego for a plus 25% speed boost. Level to 460 spins. Link with Baru for a plus 20% range giggle, and dance to victory. Finally, Baru, the kingly kicker striking with a 420 spin snipe. This egoist once stole the ball from his own squad. Imagine a 3-limit shot zone where he's a royal wrecker, turning a match into a Baru blitz. Use him in late 5v5 for pinpoint goals, toss him into training for a regal rocket, or pair with the genius ego for a plus 30% power kick. Upgrade to 480 spins, pair with Shidou for a plus 25% damage laugh, and rule the pitch. Assemble your Blue Lock squad like a pro coach. Pair Shidou with Bachira for a plus 25% power shot dribble combo, or Baru with Nagi for a plus 20% range snipe trap duo that owns the pitch. Position dribblers like Bachira on flanks, shooters like Shidou near the goal, and train in practice mode to nail specials. Snag spins with codes like GOAL for 500 spins. Redeem and chat with .code. Check Trello or Discord for gacha updates and new style drops. Newbies start with Isagi to learn the ropes. Pros, grind for S tier like Shidou to crush 5v5. Synergize Nagi with a genius ego for a plus 20% power trap, or Chigiri with a speedster ego for a plus 15% speed sprint. The whistle's blown strikers, Goalbound's roster ranked from Isagi's fumbles to Shidou's ferocity. You're the Blue Lock master now, whether you're juking with Bachira or laughing at Kunigami's overshots. S tier owns late game, while C tier kicks off your journey with a chuckle. Newbies try Chigiri for early wins. Pros, upgrade Baru for goal-smashing swagger. Team Nagi with Kunigami for a trap and blast duo, or grind spins and matches for gacha pulls. Redeem codes, stalk Trello, and write your anime soccer saga. What's your Goalbound highlight? Are you scoring with Shidou or tripping with Isagi? Drop your clutch goals, gacha fails, or pitch antics below. Let's share the Blue Lock hype. Smash that like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more Roblox chaos. The pitch is calling. Kick it like a legend.